Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, my name is Clifford. As he indicated, I'm from NEIP, National Entrepreneurship Innovation Program. I'm here in the shoes of my CEO, Mr. Kofi Fosun Kansa. We received this invite for apparently the AGS have a citation for us. And the reason why they have a citation for us is because we collaborate with them. We are in the ecosystem. We are part of the ecosystem of startups and innovation. And so far, we have several programs and the competitions that allow us to fund startups. Already, I've spoken to a couple of startups here. They have very brilliant ideas. I've told them about the programs that we have to help fund startups. So we have something called the presidential pitch, where startups and innovators pitch their competition. And this one is the presidential pitch. Tells you that the president is actually very interested in it, and he's one of the judges, not one of the judges, but he sits as the last 10 pitch their ideas to get funded. We've done about 4 seasons already. This year we will do the 5th season, and brilliant innovators and ideas, people come and they win prizes. The best thing about the presidential pitch is that when it is being done, you have investors, international financiers, and other interested equity providers and venture capitalists who are there to also look at what is happening, and then they invest in these startups. So it's a very good opportunity. Apart from that, we have the National Innovation Challenge. We have the Students Innovation Challenge as well at the SHS level. We also work with hubs who are other incubators or accelerators, as you may all know. And we also work with them. They receive funding. We improve their capacity. They in turn improve their capacities, accelerate or incubate startups. So the whole ecosystem is getting a boost, and I'm very, very happy that I saw a lot of young people here. You can see, and I know that the interaction is going on very well. And then all I have to say is that please monitor the NEIP website, because we open the portals for these opportunities for you to get funding for beneficiaries from international fund and the World Bank, as well as the government of Ghana. So I'm happy to see this. When I go, I'll tell my CEO that what we are engaged in is actually flourishing, because this mixer, I've seen a lot of people here, and it's very encouraging. So I wish you all the best. Thank you very much. Right, thank you, Clifford. You can do it again for Clifford. Right, so Clifford just told us what they do at NEIP, and then
MD for Selfridge B4. We franchise for CBS Roofing. We also franchise for DHL. We franchise for Falcon Express. So, I mean, if you understand franchise, it means that the price is the same. If you go there, it's the same. If you come to me, it is the same. So for your roofing needs especially, anybody here, if you have anybody that's roofing their house, please talk to me to give you a discount. Thank you.
Has anyone heard of Medica before? Let me see the show of hands. Who has not heard of Medica before? Okay, I see a couple of hands. So we are at the intersection of a VC fund and an accelerator. So what we do is we fund really brilliant entrepreneurs from across the continent doing things, especially in the tech sector. But also what we do is we offer them support for a period of 12 to 18 months. And you will get to meet one of our entrepreneurs who will be up on the stage later. And I'm happy to answer any questions in the room. We have Francis. Francis, wave to the crowd. That is Francis. Francis is part of our investment team. So if you want to know about all the things, the technical things we look at, usually we look at companies at the MVP stage, so really early, if you've not raised like significant capital from a lot of other institutional funders, we'd be interested to look at that. And also we have Shamsa.
Says that thank you for your contributing effort to making Ghana Startup Week 2023 and the Ghana Innovation and Startup Awards a success. We thank you so much, and it's from the Ghana Startup Week Committee, of course, signed by the Association of Ghana Startups. Mr. Ekins will help us to do that. Ekins there? Good. Help us present this to the NYA. All right, thank you very much, Eke Dongo. Now the next is the NEIP, National Entrepreneurship and Innovations Program, NEIP. The next one is ITC, International Trade Center. ITC, please clap for ITC. The next one is for Ghana Digital Centers Limited, where we hosted this event last year. Mr. Ekins, of course, present it right. Right, the next one is the Venture Capital Trust Fund. Abraham, I'm not sure he's here yet. VCTF, is Abraham here? Venture Capital Trust Fund, is a rep here? So we're going to zoom into a brief panel discussion. We want to discuss the Ghanaian startup ecosystem. What is the way forward? And the need to collaborate and work together to support our businesses to scale up. But before then, let's welcome the Ghana FinTech Association, one of our key ecosystem partners, to address us. Mr. Sakura Man, are you here? Yeah, my only Sakura friend. Please tell us your name. And what's up with you?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So my name is Martin Kwame Awaga, and I'm the president of the Ghana FinTech and Payments Association. It's an association that is the mouthpiece, that's the mouthpiece, or the advocacy entity or community group of the fintechs, financial technology firms in Ghana. We've been existing for the past, since 2019. And so our main job is to bring together the fintechs and help in its regulatory issues, help understanding the regulatory landscape, and assist the regulator in functioning out the appropriate regulations as it relates to the new narrative in the digital era, which is digital financial transactions and infrastructural development. I guess all of you here have a phone, and most of you have about 3 or 4, 5 apps of different fintech entities like ExpressPay, ZPay, PayNjo, you name it, a whole lot of them. Currently we have about 51 licensed fintech entities in Ghana, but there are about over 150 plus fintech companies operating in Ghana. Now, someone might ask, what is a fintech? A fintech is actually a digital financial service operating entity that serves or provides the rails, the digital rails. I don't know how many of you have heard of APIs. They provide the rails for smooth digital financial transactions. And so they serve as, our role is really, really important in the financial ecosystem or the financial sector, because we actually serve as the catalyst. We play a very catalytic role in providing digital channels for the banks, the microfinance institution, and other special deposit-taking institutions. So we've been existing for a while, and we actually also, work with the Ghana Association of Startups to bring together the youth, because basically the youth of today are the ones driving the digital narrative, particularly when it comes to fintech innovations and adoption and uptake. So that is who we are, that is what we do. You can find us on social media, on Facebook, on LinkedIn in particularly, at the Ghana Fintech and Payments Association. You can follow us, see whatever we are doing. And if you want to be part of the community, we don't do actually individual memberships as yet. We are basically a corporate-led entity. That means we are only, we only have corporate entities on our association. So we are an association of about 75 members, made up of banks, fintechs, and other financial sector players. So that is what we are. Look us up, hook us up, and then let's have fun. Whilst we, enjoy and have fun in deploying digital solutions and channels for easier, smooth, and faster financial transactions in Ghana. Thank you.
Like really brief. I can just maybe share a bit of intro. I would love to hear from our panelists as well, like what they do. But I think for me, my interest first as head of Magica is just for a bit of context, as Brenda mentioned, we invest across the continent, across sectors, across geographies.
Everybody, so my name is Michael Darko with Chanzo Capital. I think the first observation over here, which I've mentioned to someone, is just such a youthful crowd over here which supports what everybody says about Africa. So very glad to be here.
Hi everyone, I'm excited to be here also this evening representing InnoHub. And for us at InnoHub, we get excited when we hear one thing, growth, business growth. And for us, we are interested in any entrepreneur who is envisioning a future of growth, scale and impact.
My name is Josiah. Sorry I was late. So I work in the ecosystem, business development, and also policy, working with government in terms of supporting entrepreneurs. Happy to be here.
I'm curious to get your perspective at those very early stages, because my experience in a lot of relatively nascent ecosystems, and I can even say that for Nigeria as well, is that you find startups who go from like hub to hub, pitch competition to pitch competition, accelerator program to accelerator program, and not enough who are able to raise significant capital. Right. Would you say that is also the case in Accra and Ghana as a whole? And what do you think is responsible for that?
Say that the quality of different founders and the quality of startups that people are starting is really increasing and improving. And now that people understand tech a little bit more, clean tech a little bit more, ed tech a little bit more, I think we are starting to see more and more people come up with very brilliant.
Okay, so thank you for that question. And I think for me, to answer the first question with the entrepreneurship side, we are being a little bit dishonest with ourselves. Most entrepreneurs don't have a clear pathway to funding, right? And so if I know I go to this hub to participate in this program, chances are when they design the program, they do not even think about what the end goal would be, if I'm even going to get funding or whatever the case may be, right? Then maybe the funding is, let's say, $2,000. In reality, if I'm supposed to then register my domain, get an email, all of these are the things that somebody else, GoDaddy's charging me in dollars, that money is done. So then I have to then go to another program to then get the money. And because they don't have that clear pathway, that's why you see them. And we need to have the honest conversation. That are we just trying to do programs for the sake of doing programs, or are we trying to actually grow an entrepreneurial ecosystem? And the pillars of the ecosystem will require education, as in academia. You look at banks, finance, and all of these other things. People are not funding entrepreneurs. We don't have even angel investors. I don't know what kind of family